Good morning, welcome back to the 30 and 30. This is Our Wyoming Life. My name is Mike, and today we are in the feedlot where we are going to be cleaning this out and getting it's dried up a little bit. That's kind of what we were going for, but we still have a lot of stuff to move out. We're also going to get the feeders out of here. We're going to replace them with brand new Aeroquip Guardian feeders. We're going to show you how those work. Also, we've got some cows to move around as well. So a big day, and it's all coming up. This is number 21 on the 30 and 30. Please don't die on me. Holy. Hey, is there any chance I can get some help? All right, we got a lot to get done today and not much time to do it. We've got rain on the way this afternoon, which is not going to help. But one of the things that we had over here, and this, you know, it's been a mess over here with the thaw and the freeze and thaw and snow and everything else that we've had going on. I really kind of waited for this to kind of dry up as much as it was going to, and I think we've kind of reached that point. Yeah. Especially with some rain on the way. That's going to cause us all kinds of problems. So we've got big piles of big piles of hay to get out of here. We've got definitely muck, manure, everything we've got to clean out. We've got cows to deal with, and it's going to be a little bit of what was that? What's that game where they move the cards around, like 3-card Monty?
Yeah,
Moving stuff around.
Them to there, there to there.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we're going to do. These guys actually just helped us out, though, because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stash the B team over here in their shed so that they're out of our way so we can clean up the B team corral. Yeah, they just did that for us. You brought in the rattle paddles and everything else.
Yeah.
We don't even need them. They're just going to go in there. We've got a panel that we're going to put up against this wall or this gate here to keep them from coming out. So that's where we're going to start, and then we'll start moving stuff. I call it stuff. It's not really stuff. All right. So there's our 4 B team members. And they are going to be stashed in here where they can't go anywhere. We're going to use some plumber strap to hold up this panel, because if we just left it sitting like that, I guarantee they would knock it down. Plumber strap is something I use all the time around the ranch. In fact, it was last year during the 30 and 30 that I mentioned how useful plumber strap was. I got no less than probably, 100 and 150 pounds of plumber strap sent to me by different subscribers. So thank you very much for that. We're actually using your plumber strap throughout the year. And for projects just like this one.
Would you say that screw's bent?
All right, I think that'll be enough to hold it up there. We got to get out of here now, so you're going to crawl under or go over?
Oh, I think I'll choose the over.
Watch your head. If I was only a foot taller. Okay, so now we can come in here, and we still have the C team out here. They may give us problems, we don't know yet. We also have this puddle, and this is a low spot that was created somehow. Jeff's going to try to work on that a little bit from the outside, but first things first, we got to get the feeder out of here. So I brought over a chain and the tractor. My thought is maybe we can just lift the feeder right out of all that and get it moved out. So let's start there and we'll see what happens. Well, that smells wonderful.
Yeah, it's a really nice smell.
I think you're right. I think these bolts just rusted and pulled through. the other side.
Yeah, this one's been going for a while. We've nursed it for a year at least.
Yeah, we've been patching it together. I think this feeder is finally seeing the end of days. So now, like I was saying earlier, we can start hogging this out with the tractor and the grapples, which will make it a lot easier to get a lot of that hay out of there. We're going to start piling that up for compost. And what I'm thinking, Jeff, is up in here, if you think you can do it without rolling, which might be kind of fun.
Oh no, piece of cake. I was thinking just dig a little trench across this way.
Yeah, because let's get some of this draining out.
Just like a little drainage ditch right here.
Yeah, and we may have to...
So we can get both sides coming out.
Yeah.
And we can get that with a pickaxe or a shovel, we can start it.
Right.
And then water follows the path of least resistance, so.
That's what I hear, as long as it's not filled with poop. And I think that's part of the problem is, like, we did have this all sloped out, but as they stand along fence lines and they poop at fence lines. So they basically created a bowl.
Yeah.
You know, so if we get that cleaned out, I think that'll help out. If you notice, when Beckart actually built this, we actually kept the fence pretty high off the ground. There's a strip of barbed wire here, but that's not really super important. We can actually get underneath there and push manure and muck underneath the fence if we needed to.
Yeah.
So, all right, so the B-team corral is first priority. We'll start knocking that out. And big tractor, skid steer for cleanup. Is that what you're kind of thinking?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, well, let's get to it. Okay, so we've gotten the pile of hay that was left over around that ring feeder, and you can see how much they waste. I'm gonna take you over and show you the pile that I got out of here. But we got most of it out pretty close to the fence. I don't want to get caught on the fence with the big tractor, so Jeff is gonna work on kind of cleanup inside this area. One problem we're having though is with these stinking calves who want to come in here and want to say hi, and of course there's grain in the trough, so they want some of that as well. I'm gonna go grab a pitchfork so that I can start pulling some of this away from the fence if you want to come in here and start with the skid steer.
You got it.
Cool. And this is the pile of hay that we pulled out where that ring feeder was sitting. This is all wasted hay. Not really wasted because it is going to go into compost, but that's a big pile of hay. That's a lot of wasted hay. I'd say that's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 bales worth of hay that was wasted over the entire winter from getting hung up, stuck in the mud, stuck in the manure, stuck in the muck, stuck in the snow, and also the ice, which there still is a little bit of ice over here. A lot of this stuff that I'm finding around here with the pitchfork is actually it's still frozen, honestly. I'm hoping we can get as much of it out as we can. And then we're gonna have to rethink where we're gonna put our next bale feeder. Jeff is slowly but surely getting all of this muck out with the skid steer. We've got it pulled away with the pitchfork from the fence as much as we can do, and really until we move on to the next pen, Jeff is kind of on his own. We can't have 2 skid steers, 2 tractors running around in there. It's just a recipe for disaster. So we're gonna let him go. I'm gonna take you with me because this whole thing cannot be all about manure and muck and mud and dirt and tractors. We're gonna head out. I'm gonna introduce you to a couple new calves that we've got on the ranch. The first calf we're gonna stop and see is actually in the barn. Not because anything's wrong, but because we wanted to give them a chance to become friends and mother up. And here they are, number 45. Number 45 is our rescue from the feedlot, our other one that we thought might have been pregnant. Turns out that she was. She had a cute little calf. This is a heifer calf, which we tagged with, what's your baby's number? Number 16. Look at that. Good job, Mom. So they're over here in the barn. We've been doing this with most of the heifers when they have their calves, is just moving them into the barn so that they get a good chance to mother up, hang out together. There's no confusion, because heifers do get really confused really easily, and they'll try to steal each other's calves or just forget about their calf if it's hanging out with somebody else. So this way they get a chance to bond, and that bond really forms, and it's a very, very tight bond between the mom and the calf. So when we do kick them out, they're ready to go and prepared for what they have to deal with out there, which is a lot of cows and a lot of calves. They'll probably stay in the barn for about 48 hours until they're completely bonded up. But now we get to head out to the cow field, to the pasture, which you can actually view on our webcam. It's at ourwyominglife.com. You can click on the webcam. We're dealing with a couple internet issues over at the goat house, so the goat cam is currently down. I apologize for that, but once we get that fixed, we'll let you guys know. The pasture cam is still working. The steer cam is still working. In fact, if you're watching the steer cam, you're probably seeing Jeff clean up in there right now while we're out gallivanting across the prairie. But we do have one new calf that was born this morning. That is number 17, and I don't know where it's at. We're gonna have to go find it. So if you ever watch the webcam, you'll notice cows are constantly on the move. They're always moving around. Moms, when they have their calves, if another cow comes over, sometimes they'll pick their calf up or they'll move it, or if we go mess with their calves, they'll move their calf. They don't pick them up. They make them walk, but not like a cat. But they do move their calves around quite a bit. So we got a cow up here hanging out in the lot. I'm not sure what she's doing. We might swing by and take a look at her. But first, let's see if we can find our newest one. Mom is number 49, calf is number 17, and she was, it's a he, I think, was born right up in here. Well, there's number 1. And there's number 2, number 3. Wow, we're doing this in order. Are you number 4? If you are, it's going to be amazing. No, number 6. We lost count. Oh well. Where is the new baby? That's not our new one. Is this our new one? Nope, that's number 15. Who are you? Little one. Running away. That is number 10. That calf was touch and go for a little while. I'm glad to see that she's doing so well. But still, I haven't found our newest calf, number 49 and number 17. I don't know where she took this. Maybe she took it up over the hill. Let's take a look. Where did she go? I'm not kidding with you. We had number 17 this morning. Oh, maybe this is her over here. There's a cow laying down. Let's go see. Well, she's got a calf with her. That's a good start. Number 59, not number 49. And number 17. Hey, little one. How you doing, Mama? You okay? You're doing good. Calf's able to get up. Everything looks just great. Another happy calf on the ranch. So we've had two happy little accidents from the feedlot, and that's where Jeff is now as he's finishing up the B team corral. We're gonna be switching over to the A team as soon as he gets that wrapped up, so stick around. So Jeff is still working on hogging out quite a bit of this stuff. You can see it's pretty frozen still underneath. So what that's probably gonna mean is we're gonna do the best of a job that we can right now. We'll probably have to come back over in a couple weeks once we get a little bit warmer temperatures and keep cleaning this stuff out. While Jeff is working on this, we're gonna sneak over onto the A team so that we can get them pushed into a little holding corral that we've got up here. And then that will allow Jeff to kind of move over in this corral as well. We'll get that feeder pulled out and then come in with the tractor and clean up the rest. Come on, get in there. Let's go. Come on. These guys will get to hang out up in here for, you know, the next hour or half an hour or however long it's going to take us to clean this out. Lots of room for them to move around in. I'm not too worried about that. And they've even got room to lay down in there if they wanted to, but I think they just want to see what we're doing, so.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was the feedlot cleaned. This is one of those projects I think is going to carry on a little bit. We didn't realize that it still was frozen underneath, and pretty wet, but we did get a majority of the material out. Problem is that now we've got to get the animals back in. That's not really a problem. They can come back in here. It's going to dry up really fast, I think, in here once we get some sun on it. We still maybe have some rain on the way, but that might cause a few problems for us. The big problem that you could tell when we were cleaning up is the hay that came out of those hay feeders. Cows are constantly pulling hay out, they're making bedding, whatever else they're doing. And those tombstone style hay feeders, while they were great technology probably 10 or 20 years ago, technology in hay feeders has actually changed, and that's where AeroQuip is going to come in. And we've got some new AeroQuip Guardian round bale feeders. Brand new technology. We're going to show it to you. We're going to get them moved in here. We're going to drop some bales in for the cows, and then we'll let the cows come in and try them out.
You bet.
All right, let's go take a look. Once all this dries up a little bit, we'll be able to go through and clean it up even more. And that's on the agenda for the next few days, is kind of just keep on plugging away on it. We'll be able to move the animals around as we need to. These are our new AeroQuip Guardian round bale feeders. And as you can see, they have a totally different design than our old bale feeders. The bale actually sits up high in the feeder. The cows come through this way and they're actually eating off the bale. Any that falls off the bale then drops down into here and is contained inside the ring. I think they're going to make a huge difference in the feedlot, especially for the free access hay that we allow our steers to have in the feedlot. While we're still mixing the hay in with their grain, they have free access, and this is going to make all the difference in the world. So Jeff is going to load these things up and take them on in. Each one of these feeders is 8 feet around and about 7 feet tall, so you got to be a little careful. Also going to change the placement of these feeders by a little bit. Before we had them down closer to the water, I think we're going to move them back up in this area a little bit so that they are a little bit moved away from the water. Kind of keep things separated a little bit. All right, Jeff, so here's the big question. Are we going to be able to reach in far enough with the grapple and the bucket to be able to dump into this, push back this far? I like having it farther away from the fence, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to reach it.
Let's see.
I don't know. There's really no way to tell until we get a bale in here and we can see how far we can go. So I think what we do, maybe we just set both of these in a general area. We'll go grab bales, we'll come over with the tractor and see what we can do, and then we'll leave the skid steer in here. If we do need to bump it a little bit or move it forward a little bit, we can.
If we can.
The ground is already drying up in here. There's some spots where it's a little bit more mushy, but I'm not worried about these steers having anywhere to lay down or anything like that. Definitely lots of dry spots for these guys, especially when they can go directly into the barn. Although there is more cleanup to be done. I don't think it's ever going to end. It's going to be something that's going to be done probably at least once a week over here in the feedlot throughout the entire summer. And we're going to have to be able to stay on top of it during the winter as well. And I think these feeders are actually going to help with that. And here comes our first bale into the Guardian bale feeder. We'll see how well this works. Hopefully Jeff is able to reach it. Now we left a good probably 5 feet in between the fence and the feeder. I'm not quite sure if we're going to be able to reach this, but we'll know here in 1 second. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Looks great, Jeff. Go ahead and see if you can rotate it down and see what's the best way to get these in here. I don't know if you can just kind of bring it forward a little bit, or not the whole tractor. Just bring the bale, there you go, like that. Can you just drop it there and see if it rotates itself in? Look at that. Wow. Well, that worked pretty slick. Drops right in. Hay does come out the bottom here. We lost a little bit because I think we kind of dropped it a little violently, but that looks really good. While Jeff grabs another bale, we're gonna get the skid steer out of here and get set up to let the steers back in. All right, here comes our next bale. This one is on the A-team side. So a couple other things we're going to do when we come in and clean some more in here, because this is pretty much a maintenance clean at this point. We'll be able to remove these gates, remove our troughs, and come in and clean as well. Jeff's going to bring this one in. Down that one goes as well. Looks great. Again, cows are able to come in and grab the hay. Hopefully whatever they lose goes inside of the bale feeder. But why would I show you when we have cows to show us? Come on, boys. Come on, let's go. Come on out. All right, we got to take the gate off the B team.
Yeah.
We'll let them out. That's a pretty cool design for a bale feeder. Jeff is over opening up the B team. Let's swing over there. It's still trying to rain on us. Sprinkling. How's it going?
Good.
I think we should leave this panel in here because I think this will be a useful thing.
If we do, we got to strap it up because they knock it down and then it gets covered in poop and dirt.
Very good point. All right, so do we just want to slide it down this way maybe and just strap it back up?
Yeah, let's do that.
Even just one strap? Well, we have two straps. You might as well use both of them.
Put one out there.
Oh, okay. Well, one will work too. Alrighty, cows. Come on. Come on, steers. Let's go, the four of you. So we do have a plan. What are you doing? Go out the, there you go, go out the dough. You two, come on. This is the next thing to clean out in here.
Yeah.
And there we go. They are out. Their pen is cleaner, at least demucked mostly. And getting all that straw and hay out of here makes a huge difference. Hey, there's food over here. They're like, where'd our bale feeder go?
Yeah, we left a bale here this morning.
How does this happen? This hotel sucks. The buffet moved. It's over here now. Go over there. Go see Jeff. Hey, there you go. A little farther. Never mind, they have grain. They didn't finish their grain this morning.
No.
So, Jeff, what do you think of the new bale feeders?
I like them.
Yeah, I think that's gonna hopefully reduce a lot of waste. We do lose some when we bring it in. I think that's probably something we'll learn over time on how to set them in a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So that we don't lose it. But being able to keep most of that bale so the cows can't pull it out and make a giant mess, I think is a big difference.
Right.
So it's called the Guardian Bale Feeder. They're now available from Aeroquip. Just look up your local dealer and you can learn all about them. So pretty cool stuff. Lots more work to still do over here though, obviously. You know, now we got to haul all this manure out. We've got more cleanup to do, and now it's raining. So more power to us. Jeff and I are on our way to pack orders to help carry pack orders. Meat orders are heading out today, so if you did order meat this week or last week, it's leaving today, should arrive to you on Thursday. So we'll go do that and, I don't know, take a shower, because I probably smell like a skunk that took a crap in an old sweat sock.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's get out of here. Gotta love Aeroquip stuff. Thunder's starting to roll, the rain is starting to fall, and we are gonna get out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Once again, this is the 30 and 30, another video on the way tomorrow, heading us towards the 24-hour live stream, taking place as the 30th video of the 30 and 30. 24 hours is a long time to be on the air, but we're gonna do it once again, and it's the third annual one, so it should be a lot of fun. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on Our Wyoming Life.